Hello friends and welcome back to my channel. My name is Kaylee and today we are on my island Ember, continuing to work through the beginning days of the hard mode challenge. If you want to learn more about the hard mode challenge, you can check out NintenTalk's channel, which is linked in the description box below. Day 2 of the hard mode challenge and we wake up to an actual house. We paid off our initial debt yesterday so we don't have to live in a tent anymore. As part of the hard mode challenge, we have to complete all of the 2-time Nook Mile tasks, so I went ahead and did that all off of camera. But we did have to plant fruit trees, catch some bugs, stretch, catch a fish, and earn some bells. And of course our other daily task is complete group stretching. I'll pop up a picture of the daily checklist that I'm following that we'll need to complete every day. Right now we can only do 3 of them, and it's crazy to think that we'll end up doing this whole list pretty soon. Blathers also finally moved onto our island, so one of my goals for the day is to donate enough items to build the actual museum. We have to donate any bugs and fish we catch before we're allowed to sell them anyways in hard mode. I've never actually tried to fill the museum before, so I'm going to make that a goal for myself on Ember. Most of my other islands are based on design and decorating, so it's nice to have a goal-based island that's at a slower pace. After meeting Blathers and getting assigned work from him, I headed over to the resident services tent where I was talking to Timmy. He was telling me about his big idea to build a shop on the island, but he didn't have any of the materials. He did ask me for my help, and we have to collect 30 pieces of each type of wood and 30 nuggets. So one of my goals for the day is to try to collect all the materials needed. I'm not sure if we'll be able to finish it all today, especially the iron nuggets, which always seem to be the one thing that I really have to grind for. After being assigned yet more work to complete today, I headed over to the ABD to get my daily Nook Miles for logging in. I also decided to see what was on sale, and I ended up buying a paisley bandana because I think it's cuter than the explorer hat that we're currently wearing. I also remembered that one of our daily checklist items is to buy from either the Nook store or Abel's, so I ran back over to Timmy to see what he was selling for the day. I decided to buy the DIY set for beginners since we don't have a lot of DIYs at the moment. These will also help give us more options when it comes time to decorate the island. In an attempt to find as many iron nuggets as possible, I ran around my island like a crazy person smashing all of the rocks. We did end up getting a Nook Mile achievement since we were able to hit the rock 8 times in a row. I was also able to find a few fossils, so I dug those up to bring back to Blathers in a little bit. After collecting all the fossils I can find and gathering up all my donatable fish and bugs, I rushed back over to Blathers' tent. I managed to collect and donate 15 unique creatures and fossils, so we can now upgrade the tent to an actual museum. So I think the full museum will be ready in about 2 days, since tomorrow will be under construction. I was all over the place today. I forgot that we had mail, so I rushed back to my house to see what we got. We ended up getting our 2 packages that we ordered yesterday, our bandages and then our wetsuit. And now that we have our wetsuit, we can actually go diving now. I do foresee a lot of diving in our future. The sea creatures are one of the items that you can actually sell in the drop box. You do have to donate the first one that you catch, but all the rest you can actually sell to nooks. So that's probably where we're going to get most of our money in hard mode. And once again I realized that we were completely ignoring my villagers, so I ran around the island until I could find them. And talking to the villagers in the first couple days is actually pretty important because they give you some good items. I know today they give us some tools and some iron nuggets to help complete the shop, so that's fun. I then decided it was a good time to take our first mystery island tour. There is a rule in hard mode where you're only allowed to visit 1 mystery island per day unless you're hunting for a villager, and since today we're not really hunting for villagers, we can only go to 1 island. It's good to resource clear, and I need some iron nuggets, so we're gonna go. Even though we didn't go with the intent of villager hunting, we did find a villager, and it's Lily. She's one of my favorite villagers. I love the frog villagers. I usually have at least 1 frog villager on my island, so I did invite her to stay. I also don't have a theme picked out yet, so I'm just picking out villagers I like. So she'll be our 1 normal villager that moves in the beginning, so we just need a lazy and a peppy villager. I then went and finished resource clearing the rest of the island. I collected the fruit, picked up the weeds, smashed all the rocks to find those precious iron nuggets, found and caught the wasp, picked up my DIY bottle, dug up the coconut trees, chopped some wood, stole some flowers, and then filled the rest of my pocket space with fish and bugs, and flew back home. After returning back to the island, I decided to call it a day from working on Ember. I ended up with enough wood for the shop, but only got 29 nuggets. So we are literally only short by 1 iron nugget. Normally I would just buy another Nook Mile ticket to go find some more, but since I'm not actually planning on villager hunting, we can only visit one mystery island per day. So we'll just have to find that final nugget and turn our materials into Timmy tomorrow. And that's the end of the video. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure to give the video a like, comment, and to subscribe to my channel. If you watched to the end, let me know who your first mystery island villager was. Bye friends!